Tingles with flyby. Hello, and thank you for meeting with me today. Looking forward to discussing with you what we do have to offer on Lizard Island, just off the Great Barrier Reef. So, the resort that we have on Lizard Island is the only resort located on the 1,013 hectare national park, and it's literally right on the Great Barrier Reef. This offers seclusion and natural privacy that you will cherish. There's only 40 rooms and villas. There are 24 private beaches. You'll be able to escape to your own private beach for a day exploring the reef, taking in the incredible nature around you, all the while never seeing another person. In a world of over 7.5 billion, this experience is designed just for two. Exploring and experiencing Lizard Island can be enjoyed by taking part in a number of guided tours, either to the inner and outer reefs, the research station, or on nature walks and challenging hikes to the top of Cook's Look. Alternatively, you can explore the island on a self-guided tour, taking in the beauty at your own pace. Essential Day Spa is designed as a natural extension of the calm tranquility of the resort, encouraging you to relax, rejuvenate, and rebalance. Private and couple treatment rooms and a full menu of relaxing and therapeutic treatments are offered. Fresh local produce from the coast, mainland hinterland, and waters of tropical North Queensland drive the daily menu with seasonal variety and flavors inspired by the many cultures that make up the melting pot of this local area. Lizard Island hosts no more than 82 guests, and we aspire to deliver an experience, ambiance, and service that is warm, welcoming, professional, and passionate. Now, of course, being right on the Great Barrier Reef, this is a key point and a huge attraction. This is right on the Great Barrier Reef. So I'll refer to this resort map that we have throughout, but you can see our villas are located right along the beach, along Anchor Bay and Sunset Beach. And you have unparalleled access to the reef from this location. Get back to this a bit later. The Great Barrier Reef itself spans over 2,300 kilometers and is listed as one of the natural wonders of the world. Lizard Island's unique location on the reef places it at the center of inner and outer reef systems, as well as fringing reefs, all forming a critical part of the ecosystem that is home to the most diverse, colorful, and intriguing marine animal because of Lizard Island's location mean that you have the rare privilege of simply stepping off the beach and snorkeling onto parts of the reef, witnessing the wonders of the giant clam gardens and schools of tropical fish. Both big, our resident groper Simon is over 200 kilos and likes to hang out close to the shore, and small manta rays, turtles, and coral, literally minutes by boat from the inner and outer reef systems, with many fringing reefs to stop and explore along the way. No photographs can prepare you for the wonders, color, and diversity of marine and plant life in the waters around Lizard Island. So we invite you to visit us and witness why Lizard Island is like nowhere else. So, probably in the news lately, you may have heard about coral bleaching along the Great Barrier Reef. There are areas along the Great Barrier Reef that have been affected by these cyclones and coral bleaching, but there are still a number of areas that are pristine and untouched. And some of the damaged ones are actually showing signs of regeneration, which makes me so happy. There are some amazing coral formations and marine life abundance just 20 meters from our shores on Anchor Bay or Watson's Bay, such as the giant clams garden and surrounding formation, and all of the inner and outer reef locations, as we've mentioned. Lizard Island remains the single best destination on the reef from which to explore what the Great Barrier Reef has to offer, either as a snorkeler or a diver. There are amazing locations in both the inner and outer reef regions, or just around the island itself. Photographic evidence has been taken by guests, staff, and scientists as recently as April 2017, and showcases that the reef is thriving in many places around Lizard Island. You can also check our completely unsolicited reviews on TripAdvisor, where we hear lots of lovely feedback from our guests. Now, I'm sure that's given you a little taste of what we have to offer at Lizard Island, so you'll want to know a few of the nitty-gritties. To get to Lizard Island, you'll need to depart from Cairns on a private plane charter, and you travel for 1 hour over the Great Barrier Reef to Lizard Island. It's a wonderful place to arrive. So, your options for getting to Cairns: you do have the Cairns Airport. It's a major regional airport with daily domestic and international flight schedules. And we can book a flight for you as well to Cairns, and then obviously your plane charter would be covered by us from Cairns. So we will need to know your arrival and departure details in and out of Cairns at the time of confirming your Lizard Island accommodation booking. So we do usually just handle your accommodation, but if you do want us to handle flights as well, then obviously we'd have those details. If you prefer your normal travel agent or personal assistant or travel manager to do your flight booking, then they can take care of that. Just forward us the details so that we will be able to arrange appropriate charter from Cairns to Lizard Island. If you're traveling on an international flight, you'll need to allow 2.5 hours from the time of your arrival to the departure of your flight to Lizard Island. And if it's on a domestic flight, then you'll need to allow 90 minutes from your time of arrival to your flight on Lizard Island. So, daily flights depart from the East Air Terminal in Cairns at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. to Lizard Island. So you can use this as a guide. You can send these details on to your normal travel agent or personal assistant should you need. Or did you want to take us up on booking your flights as well? Okay. So do I have I'll take that down actually if you just want to give me their email. Okay, great. I'll have that down just so that I can get the details that I need. And your maximum luggage allowance is generally 25 kilos, just so you know. So, Lizard Island is the northernmost island resort on the Great Barrier Reef, 240 kilometers north of Cairns. It's 27 kilometers off the Queensland coastline and 1 hour scenic flight. And you do travel over 200 kilometers of the Great Barrier Reef, so it's a real nice way to start off your vacation. You will be able to see the beauty, scale, and diversity of the reef. It's a truly breathtaking way to arrive on the island. So, Lizard Island's amazing location, directly on the Great Barrier Reef, means that the reef is literally on your doorstep. So close and convenient for you to explore straight off the beach, or by taking a short boat trip to the inner and outer reefs. So just a little history if you're interested, yeah? So the Dingal Aboriginal people are the traditional owners of Lizard Island, which they call Jiguru, and they've lived in that area for tens of thousands of years. And it's regarded as a sacred place, used by the people for the initiation of young males, the harvesting of shellfish, turtles, dugongs, and fish. The Dingal believe that Lizard Island and the group of islands had been created in the dreaming. It's seen as a stingray, with Lizard Island being the body, and the other islands around forming the tail. So these islands are rich in cultural meaning for the Dingal people, and contain sacred sites including initiation, ceremonial, and story sites. Shell middens, which provide evidence of long ago feasting on clams, oysters, spider cells, and trochus shells, are found on the islands. It also has a rich heritage associated with the earliest European exploration of the coast and subsequent settlement. Among the labyrinth of reefs, Captain James Cook resolved to visit one of the high islands to chart a course out to sea through the maze of reefs which confronted him. The name Lizard Island was given to it by Captain Cook when he passed it on the 12th of August, 1770. He commented, and I quote, "The only land animals we saw here were lizards, and these seemed to be pretty plenty, which occasioned my naming the island Lizard Island." End quote. Cook climbed the island summit to find a way through the maze of reefs, which has since been called Cook's Look. Over 100 years later, the island was inhabited by bêche de mer fishermen. Watson Bay on Lizard Island is named after one of these fishermen. The escape of Watson's wife through the Great Barrier Reef from Lizard Island while sitting inside the cut-down boiler from a sunken ship has become one of the most prominent tales of folklore from the pioneering era of Australia history. So Mary Watson, she actually migrated to Queensland with her family in 1877, having accepted the position as a governess with a hotelier's family at 18. She traveled from Maryborough to the isolated port of Cooktown, where she met and married bêche de mer fisherman Robert F. Watson in May 1880. In September 1880, Watson left his son and wife behind with 2 Chinese servants known as Ah Sam and Ah Lung, while he and his partner Percy Fuller made an extending fishing trips in their luggers. A few weeks later, a party of mainland Aboriginal people of the Gugu Yiminther group made one of their habitual seasonal trips by canoe to the island, where Watson had set up his household in a stone structure close to a small creek, the island's only supply of fresh water. Mary had also inadvertently trespassed on an indigenous ceremonial ground normally taboo to women and children. The Aboriginal people attacked Ah Sam, who suffered 7 spear wounds, and Ah Lung was killed in a vegetable garden he was tending. Mary Watson frightened off the group by firing a gun, and then with a small supply of food and water, put to sea in a cut-down ship's water tank used for boiling sea slugs. She, with her 4-month-old baby Feria, and Ah Sam drifted for 8 days and some 40 miles, hoping to be picked up by a passing vessels. Mary's final diary entry ended, "No water, near dead with thirst." Her diary describing their last days was found with the remains in 1882 among the mangroves on No. 5 Island in the Howick group off Cape Flattery, still in the iron tank. Ah Sam had died on the beach nearby. A concealed spring existed on the islet, but they had not found it. When the bodies were returned to Cooktown, a procession of 650 escorted them to their burial at 2 Mile Cemetery on the road to Palmer River Goldfields. Mrs. Watson became an emblem of pioneer heroism for many Queenslanders. In 1937, Lizard Island was declared a national park, and in 1974, the waters surrounding Lizard Island were declared a marine park. And so obviously today this has led the island to be a popular tourism destination and base for world-renowned tropical marine research. Now we do have, because have you been up anywhere along the Great Barrier Reef before? No, okay. So it's a tropical climate there, and it's got beautiful weather all year round. Average temperature of approximately 27 degrees Celsius, which is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a great year-round retreat. There is no bad time to go to Lizard Island. So, let's see. Climate. What should you wear? On Lizard Island, we don't have a strict dress code, but we suggest relaxed casual wear during the day, and perhaps something a little more special for dinner. Obviously, we are a very exclusive and upmarket resort, so you don't want to feel out of place. For ladies, relaxed evening wear, and for men, collared shirts and long trousers and/or tailored shorts. Obviously, you just want to make sure you bring footwear for walking around the island and for the beach. Now we have a few different restaurant and bar options. We have the Saltwater Restaurant. It has a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's the idyllic setting to take full advantage of the views along the seascape and the blazing evening sunsets. With an accent on fresh seafood and superb local produce, the daily changing menus draw on the flavors of modern Australian, Asian, and European cuisine. A signature Lizard Island question for you. Which beach would you like to go to tomorrow? We do have 24 to select from. And obviously you may want to eat on that private beach. So we do have a private beach picnic hamper service, so you can go and have a lovely private picnic. These can either be taken with you, or if you tell us where you'll be, then we can do a marine drop for you, so that you can not have to worry as you're trekking out to your beach. One of our premier options when coming on to the island is the degustation beachside dining. We have 2 private beach pavilions on Anchor Bay, each commanding spectacular views of the nightly sunsets. Here you'll feel as if you are the only people on the island, as our staff discreetly serve the 7-course dinner with complimentary wines that you have discussed, confirmed, and created with our own executive chef on arrival. We do have the Lizard Island Food and Wine Festivals. Great food and wine is just what we do on Lizard Island. Our culinary and cellar teams have a passion for creating events where the food and wine is elevated to new heights. Partnering with guest chefs and boutique and leading vineyards, we invite you to subscribe if you would like to share with us your details of upcoming events. Or we can try and book you for a time that may match one such event. We also have the Driftwood Bar. You can get pre-dinner drinks at the Driftwood Bar and reconnect with others you may have met throughout the day, or just simply enjoy a luscious cocktail while watching the glorious sunset over the reef. So our wine and beverage list is inclusive in your stay. If you want to select from our cellar list, there is an additional charge. So our accommodation, we have a reception open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. with concierge service. We accept all major credit cards. We do have a limited foreign exchange. We do accept traveler's checks, guest facsimile facilities. We have a books and games library, a lovely island boutique, a first aid clinic, freshwater swimming pool, a tennis court with night and day equipment, a daily laundry service, but there is no dry cleaning service available on the island. We have a gymnasium. Of course, we are able to cater to any of our disabled guests. And we have a guest lounge with complimentary internet access and safety deposit facilities available in every single room. In our lounge, we have day lounges and beds offering relaxing views over Anchor Bay, the lush rolling gardens and swaying palms. You can sit, read, chat, and simply take in the natural world that is Lizard Island. Now, there are certain activities that are included in your stay at Lizard Island. We have the self-guided island walks, the picnic campers, tennis, nature slide presentations, the gym, stand-up paddle boards, snorkeling equipment, motorized dinghies, and glass bottom boat trips. Those are amazing. So gorgeous to just go out onto the reef and just be looking down through a glass bottom boat. Oh, no, there's no better experience. And if I must say, Lizard Island is the best place to view it from. We do have other activities that are an additional charge. Our research station tours, diving and snorkeling trips to the local inner or outer reef dive, a full or half-day private diving, snorkeling or game fishing, or a sunset cruise. We also have the essential day spa, and obviously all that you would expect with that. So limited Wi-Fi is available at dedicated areas, but there is no mobile coverage at all on Lizard Island. I know to some people that can sound distressing, but I think it's a real positive. It's a real chance to unwind and disconnect, to leave all of that behind and just enjoy the moment that you're in. The Lizard Island Research Station is a coral reef research facility owned and operated by the Australian Museum. It is an internationally recognized as the major island-based research facility on the Great Barrier Reef. It attracts coral reef researchers from all around the world, with approximately 100 research projects conducted annually. Since opening in 1973, there has been more than 1,200 scientific publications produced by Australian and international researchers as a result of the research undertaken at this facility. Tours to the research station are conducted twice a week and available to all Lizard Island guests. Is that something you might be interested in? Definitely, okay. We'll make sure we book that in then. So, Lizard Island is made up of granite rock, which formed deep below the Earth's surface about 300 million years ago. Slow, cool cooling underground cause the molten rock to solidify, exposing the granite hills and beautiful island paradise that you see today. Facility. Now have you decided when you would like to do your Lizard Island stay? Because there's kind of a few different features at different times of year. Just like me to go through them? Okay. So January, that's our amphibious month. We have green tree fogs dominating the nocturnal sound show as they come out to breed. We have black flying fox camps at their largest, providing spectacular flight scenes at dusk. And you have really high monitor lizard activity. It can be seen digging nesting tunnels around the island. Obviously, the lizards are what Lizard Island's named for. February is the time for black-naped terns to nest. The terns that are swarming around Osprey Island prey on the summer fish stocks. The Melaleuca forest flood and mangrove swamps are rich with juvenile fish life. And the constellation of Orion dominates the early night sky. No, we haven't mentioned it yet, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous location to see the stars from. As it's a very low inhabitant, you have very little light pollution, so you get spectacular views of the stars. In March, we have the crested terns, which begin nesting. The pheasant cuckoo birds can be seen changing to their darker plumage, and sacred kingfishers are often sighted around the island. In April, migratory birds, such as the lesser golden plover, begin to show their breeding plumage before the migration to the northern latitudes. We have the bar-shouldered doves, which also begin nesting, and the Southern Cross constellation can be seen rising early in the night sky. May is a wonderful time. You have green sea turtles, which can be spotted feeding along the beaches at low tide. There are clear skies and early twilights, which bring red sunsets over the Pacific, and you have the kapok bush, which begins to flower, which is amazing. You have to see it. The swallowtail butterflies are also sighted around the resort. Now, if you're really interested in mammals, in June, that's when the humpback whales begin their northern migration. The curious minke whales often will approach our tour vessels for a closer look. You also get playful spinner dolphins that surf below the bow of the wave on the outer reef trips. And you have gorgeous, clear views from the top of Cook's Lookout. And Centaurus shines over the meridian at night. In July, you have humpback whale sightings as they are migrating for warmer waters, for calving. The goannas are often sighted along tracks, warming their bodies in the midday sun. The osprey often sighted around their large, high nests. In August, we have the white-breasted wood swallows, which begin breeding. Umbrella trees show off their brilliant red flowers. And we have the constellation of Scorpio in the spring night sky, which is chasing Orion over the horizon. In September, marlin season begins, with the giant black marlin cruising the outer reef during their breeding season. You have some minke and humpback whale sightings. Black flying foxes feed on the mango fruits around the resort at night. As the water temperature warms towards 27 degrees Celsius, wildlife activity increases, and we have the prominent bright yellow flowers of the kapok bush are in full bloom. There's also the teapot in Sagittarius can be seen at night. In October, we have the lesser golden plovers arrive from the island from Siberia and Alaska. The Torres Strait imperial pigeons migrate down from Papua New Guinea and form breeding colonies on the island. The beachstone curlew patrol the beaches, acting as decoys for their nests. And the black marlin begin their spawning season on the outer reef. November is another action-packed month. The coral reef annual spawning turns the blue waters orange towards the end of the month. The kapok trees begin fruiting. The green loggerhead and hawksbill turtles graze on seagrasses along the beaches. The pelagic fish species increase activity around spawning season, and monitor lizards become active while constructing nesting chambers. And in December, you have occasional sightings of manta rays around the island, and the water is a balmy 29 degrees Celsius. So, I know it's rough to choose, isn't it? You might have to, have a few trips. Or we can actually, book you multiple ones at a time. Let me get over. So all of our luxury island resort rooms and suite do offer serene luxury, private location on the Great Barrier Reef. The villa has set a new standard for accommodation, privacy, and service at Lizard Island. Sleeping up to 5 guests, the villa is secluded, sitting atop a ridge and commanding uninterrupted views across Sunset Beach and the Coral Ridge. Perched high above the Coral Sea and set on the point of Sunset Bay, the pavilion combines complete privacy with a spectacular 270-degree panorama of Anchor Bay, Osprey Island, and Sunset Beach. I'll show that here, actually. So the pavilion is set right here. And you can see it's at the perfect spot there. The set in a broad sweeping arc along the along here. So this are the beachfront suites, which offer captivating sea views, and each has a private pathway leading directly to the beach. Ocean view villas are set high on Sunset Bay. The ocean view villas, so I'll close those down on here. That is here, along this side. So that's your ocean view villas. They provide filtered sea views over Anchor Bay or Sunset Beach. They offer privacy and easy access to a string of secluded beaches. And select ocean view villas have their own private plunge pools as well. The garden view rooms and suites are located right here in the garden. This is a tropical garden section with easy access to the natural beauty of Anchor Bay and the beach. So, in every Lizard Island stay and all of our special offers, you have the following inclusions: supremely luxury accommodation, gourmet meals daily, unlimited non-alcoholic beverages, a fine selection of wine, beer, basic spirits, and sparkling wine, your own in-room minibar, restocked daily, the deluxe picnic hampers, access to your own private motorized dinghy, unlimited use of stand-up paddle boards, unlimited use of the Clearview Sea kayaks, and snorkeling gear for the duration. So, would you like me to give you a little bit more detail on the rooms, or just tell you our special offers? So probably our premier room is the villa. This is set on a lovely cliff-top location to provide you with ultimate privacy and stunning ocean views, while the villa's interior delivers on space and understated elegance, perfect for couples and families. This is from $5,990 per night. This has 2 bedrooms, the master with an ensuite and free-standing bath, and the second bathroom with a cascading rain shower head. The villa accommodates up to 5 guests. The open-plan lounge and dining area is complete with a kitchenette where each evening you'll be served evening canapes and drinks by a dedicated food and beverage valet while the sun sets over the coral sea. Double doors leading to an expansive balcony with an impressive 8-meter plunge pool, large enough for all of the family. And outdoor and dining furniture creates an al fresco room that flows naturally as an extension of the interior. This provides the Lizard Island experience, which is perfect for families and couples. Now the next that we have is the pavilion. This sits atop a soaring ridge commanding panoramic views. That was our 2 70-degree views. Glass sliding doors opening onto a majestic wraparound deck create a sense of being as one with the outdoors. And this is from $4,990 per night. The separate bedroom is spacious and airy with its interior of neutral tones and natural fabrics, and doors that open onto the deck. An adjacent bathroom is luxurious with this deep, standalone bath and separate shower. The lounge lounge is fully integrated into the outdoor deck through sliding doors. A small kitchenette and bay window with bench and high stools is the perfect location for enjoying a morning cup of tea or ocean views. Stepping down from the deck and taking your own private pathway, you arrive at the pavilion's gazebo and private plunge pool. If the villa is the perfect family accommodation, the pavilion has been designed as the ultimate in privacy for just 2 people who will come to quickly feel that they are the only 2 people in the world. That sounds up your alley. Okay. Everything from that is obviously a bit less. Speaking about those. So, sounds like you're set in the pavilion. Great. So we're on the pavilion. And then, what were you thinking of for time of year? May. Okay, let me go through. Check what our dates are. Okay, in May, in the pavilion, how long of a stay were you looking for? 5 days, 6 days, full week, okay? And did you want it to go Sunday too, or did you have a preference? Like to take the full weekend? So would you like to go a Friday to a Sunday? Okay, so that would actually be 9 nights. We could go, starting that second weekend in May. We do have an opening in the pavilion for that time. So does that sound suitable? Okay, well let's book it in then. So, again, I'll just point out to you where everything is. I'll send this map with you so that you can get yourself acquainted and excited about where you'll be going. So your pavilion is right here on the border between Anchor Bay and Sunset Beach. You do have your own private pathway right down to the beach. We do have a variety of other amenities as well. So you have the reception and the restaurant, and the saltwater restaurant and driftwood bar is located right here. Over here is our health clinic. Over here is a pool, other than your, of course, private plunge pool that you'll have. We also have the gym over here, the tennis court, and tennis court and the gym. And then that, was the spa. And we do have showers along the beaches as well, so that you'll be able to freshen up and wash some of the sand off. Yeah, so that's for you. And otherwise, so you were going to have them too. So I'll be in contact with her to determine when we'll need your charter in. Obviously that's quite a bit away, so I'll be tempted to come the weekend a little earlier as well. You can always tack on a little weekend adventure. Well, I did see your eyes light up a little bit when we were talking about the marlin. Yes, I saw that. And you also can see the gorgeous full bloom of the kapok bush and you still do have minke and humpback whales around that time, then May is a little bit earlier than that. And that would give us, you would be then, just a couple months away to wait. Not nearly as bad. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So will you be looking for a weekend, or would you like a midweek getaway? About 3 days. Okay. Yes, in the 3rd week of September, the pavilion is open. It's actually open for a 2-week stretch, so you'd be able to take any period of time that you'd like right there in the middle. Okay, we'll go with a full week then. The 3rd week. Great. And again, I'll organize with your, is it your travel agent or PA? PA. Okay. I'll organize with your PA to get your flights all organized for that. So I think you look pretty good. You're gonna get a good coverage. You're kind of other halves of the year, so get a little bit of 2 experiences of Lizard Island. I think that'll be lovely. Were there any other questions that you had for me? No? Okay. Well, if you do have any questions, feel free. Obviously, if you just want to have your PA email me, you can correspond that way, or you can email me directly. I'm happy to obviously correspond with you directly, but I know you're a busy person, so yes, for sure. Well, it's been my pleasure, and I am really looking forward to seeing what sort of adventures you get up to at Lizard Island. Okay, well, I'll be in touch, because I'm sure 2 times will not be enough for you, so I'm sure we'll need to book you again. Okay, see you later. Goodbye.